Welcome back to the TimConLAN 9 Diabotical dual journeys. Final stage. We are in loser round 3, which is between fearZZz and Vigur. And we had a bit of a longer break this time because fearZZz had to take a bit of a longer break himself after a 21-minute match against Minikiev. But now Minikiev has been knocked out on the second map that they played, and now fearZZz is against Vigur. Maps will be Sanctum, Pavilion X, and as the decider, Raya. But I can imagine a match like that just wearing a player out, certainly. Play on the same map in duel for 21 minutes. That is going to wear you out. So you are pretty much deserving a break, whether you won or lost a game like that. We're having a bit of an issue with the lobby, so we're issuing out those technical things. So we'll be starting in a minute. And also in the same round when fearZZz beats Minikiev on loses round 2, in the same round Vigur was going against Lupin, who was beaten by him 2-0 in maps. Don't exactly know what the maps were, but Vigur's done some good score. He won against Minikiev in winner bracket round 1, then lost against Backstein. Now he was then down to go against Lupin, beat him, and now he's against fearZZz. I just took a look at the the Twitch chat as well. Hello, Taka. It's been a while. And the winner of this match in losers round 3, fearZZz versus Vigur, will go to fight against Firebot. And then the winner of that match, or the winner of the loser bracket, will be facing Backstein in the grand final, which should be best of 5. And we seem to be in the game. Issues have been sorted out. We are on Sanctum here. Until both players are ready, we can start the match. That the stream is ready. fearZZz is doing some copy-paste text there, but yep, there we go. Now they're wishing each other have fun. And we're starting from Vigur's view. Starting from yellow is the shotgun. All over to red here, where fearZZz is immediately contesting it with just a little armor and only a mega health. Some fierce shotgun damage coming from both ways, and fearZZz will take that. He himself is not too great on stack, but now there's Vigur after those rockets. Ricochet shotguns will get him down for the second frag inside the first 30 seconds of the game already. Yellow picked up now. Ricochet shotguns hit quite a bit of damage. Both players are very low on HP, 17 on fearZZz. Machine gun puts that only at 5 lower. A bit of a rail there. Let's see, fearZZz. Ooh, another rail, 2 in a row. Is that 100 stack? Catches a bit of rocket damage from Vigur there. 14 HP remaining. Pushing into the Mega, which hasn't even spawned yet. Not for a long time. And Vigur still gets him down. fearZZz very desperate push in there with no items whatsoever because none of them spawn. Now fearZZz finally got a red. But fearZZz has quite a bit of damage. Still gets a shotgun kill. I mean, Vigur gets the shotgun kill. The third rail in a row. Stays on yellow. 3 seconds remaining on that. Vigur looking around on corners where fearZZz may be. fearZZz is nowhere to be seen. He's on the other side of the map trying to get red right now. Oh, but here they come. Drive-bying each other, and Vigur this time going down. fearZZz getting his armor completely disintegrated, now going even lower on health. He had the higher ground for a while, but then went lower and got a bit bombarded by Vigur's rockets, but he himself was also very low. Got a yellow, got a 50 there as well. fearZZz now getting the red. Three seconds to Mega. Mega has been picked up. 350 stack on fearZZz. That is a very confident stack to push Vigur into that yellow staircase. He barely escapes it though with the pickup. Rails very low HP, but still has armor left. Vigur still goes down on the teleporter exit. fearZZz. Excellent frag. 4-2. He has the armor. Vigur now instead only has health to work with. fearZZz misses the rail, tries to go for rockets instead and succeeds, but not without taking a bit of damage. Still at a really promising stack against the spawning stack of Vigur there, even though he got the yellow. Third rail in a row will finish him off just before picking up the Mega. And here it comes. He's got Vigur has red on spawn, but oh, he got a mutual frag at least. 7-3. Both have spawned with just health stack. Yellow is about to spawn. I think fearZZz may also know that. Vigur has it now. 4 seconds to red. For the push of that instead of Mega, which will spawn in 5 seconds now. fearZZz doing a bit of damage with that shaft and the rail. Misses the second one, will hit the third one though. What is that? 8 frags. Vigur also once again going low. Second rail in a row by fearZZz. I can't believe his accuracy with that thing. It is just astonishing, and he goes for the chase after Vigur has the heavy or the red. Oh, but that doorway opening and the rail missing will give Vigur some time to push back during that pincer downtime. And fearZZz once again very low on stack. Both in fact are mid-air rocket. Gets him up to 5 frags. He's making a slow climb. He's got a pretty good control now over red at least, now even Mega. But now fearZZz has actually taken control of red. Vigur knows that. Spawning right on the opposite side of the map. And he spawned on right next to red. fearZZz. Vigur hearing his steps somewhere, but now it's turned into a bit of a sneaky game. fearZZz did get the armor. Vigur was still suspecting he'd be sneaking from above, but he has that red armor to also control. So he's suspecting he has to fall back sometime. Vigur takes the Mega. fearZZz in the yellow. And doing defensive rails, but he's stuck in the staircase now. And Vigur will sure enough cover that frag. Oh. And that bit of... Oh, and fearZZz self-terminates Elliot. That will actually put Vigur even closer to tie. Second rail in a row. 50 HP remaining on Vigur. He really needs a stack here. Full armor isn't spawning for a while now. Mega was picked by fearZZz. Vigur only has to rely on a red armor, which is better than nothing. And with that damage that he's doing to Fear, it's constantly putting him on pressure, but so is fearZZz on Vigur. Using the lift, but he gets stuck in the air there, and fearZZz will go down and Vigur will tie the frags. Vigur, very little armor remaining, but fearZZz only health remaining. And that will put Vigur to the lead. What a climb. fearZZz was 7-3 and now it's only 7-8 by Vigur. And he's done this before. Vigur did this also in his last matchup against Backstein, which I think it was on Axiom. Where he no, it was Pavilion X. He barely lost it. But holy crap, that match was tight. Vigur kept coming back. But Backstein still won that. Vigur is doing the same here with fearZZz. fearZZz had a extremely strong lead here. Now he climbed back from 7-3 to 7-9. And now fearZZz again bombarded by rockets from above by Vigur, but he also has to fall back after that. Rocket damage on the teleporter exit can be very predictable if you take the teleporter. There's only one way you can go. It's forwards after you exit. Here's missing the rail. Vigur a bit low on HP, but finally stacking up with the small pickups, but fearZZz is pretty much the same stack. Now that Vigur has heavy and fearZZz has mega, they can do a big fight here. Once again, Vigur missing the rail after the rockets. Second rail misses as well. Vigur takes a bit of damage from fearZZz. Anticipates the he'd still be at yellow, but he isn't. Yellow is already picked up. fearZZz is long gone from there. Could be at heavy. They are confronting at heavy right now. Vigur. Good rail right after fearZZz picking up the heavy there. I guess the health a little bit at least. Oh, he's going for the yellow. fearZZz having mega. Rail comes from behind. And it right over fearZZz. Ooh, comes some bit of splash damage, and a couple direct rockets will take care of fearZZz. Vigur still being low on stack. Machine gun is taking that down even further. Gets a 50, gets a blue armor. Mega spawning for fearZZz. He's at a very high HP, and Vigur instead very low right now. Still 87 damage, but Vigur goes down to the pincer. Now fearZZz controlling both Mega and Red, although next time they will spawn the same time. And his stack was pretty much rebulked by that directed rocket and the pincer by Vigur. Same goes with fearZZ's rail. Vigur though has the blue to repair that damage. fearZZz barely missing the red there during that step. Side dash. Vigur controlling the mega. Having better stack, especially if he decides to take this yellow here. Now fearZZz realizing, oh, he's not going for it. Did he already take it? He probably already did. I'm just going to take this blue. Vigur ends up taking it in any case. fearZZz just on the lookout where Vigur might be. Trying to also get this mega under control. There's Vigur. But with rockets as well from below. fearZZz catches a bit of his own rocket there. Slight splash damage there, even better, but Vigur has the mega. fearZZz keeps damaging himself with the same rockets. With his own rockets, rather. Falls back to blue, but Vigur's waiting, waiting on the same level there. Huge bombardment of rockets coming in. Fear still manages to repair that damage. And it is golden frag for Vigur. He did one hell of a climb, and he's kept this amazing control now, at least with Mega and Yellow. Sometimes even Red. fearZZz has gotten the Red a few times. Now fearZZz instead is at a very good stack. It make one or two pushes here to tie the frags here. Very nice rail. The heavy hasn't been picked up. Vigur goes for it. Very low. And so is fearZZz without any armor. Falls back with to a couple small health pickups. 3 seconds to Mega. Blue armor will protect for a little bit. fearZZz has it. Here's that Vigur is jumping around, going for the next red. fearZZz keeps on the beam going, doesn't hit anything. There's no target. Second rail in a row hit. Does some damage on Vigur, but fearZZz has no armor left. He has to rely on this yellow, and he's at a very difficult position. Gets the yellow. Vigur also in the staircase tries to get some damage on fearZZz, but he ends up falling back. Mega and red spawning pretty much the same time. fearZZz taking the red, Vigur taking Mega. fearZZz, if he could just make this, if he could make that rail accuracy and the stack into play very efficiently, that he could get at least one frag here, and that would push some confidence for a second one perhaps. He's trying to defend this Mega. Doesn't end up succeeding in it, has to fall back. Around 180 stack. Defends the yellow now, it's not even spawning yet, has to also concede that. Now falls back for the blue. Vigur is all the pickups well timed. Nasty rail by fearZZz. Doesn't do that much damage. 2 in a row, however, 3 will miss. A bit of shaft damage from both ends. Vigur ending up without any armor and only a Mega health to heal himself up with. fearZZz sadly missing the rails. Falls back to red. Tries in for another confrontation. Still hears that yellow has been picked up, but Vigur is still there. Gets a nice rail shot. Goes in for the chase on the same level and gets Vigur down. With this, fearZZz hopes that he's started his way to bring the game back to him. All pickups are up, and Vigur is just desperately defending this Mega. fearZZz really would want it. Goes for it, picks it up. Vigur going for the yellow, takes a rail, going for red. Behind the altar, bit of damage from both ends. Vigur taking most of it. fearZZz now with the superior health could make this into a fine push here. Oh. Even the blue armor does help with the armor stack a little bit. Mega spawning, Vigur going in for the push. Nice rail. Goes in. The Mega takes it. Has no armor left. Goes in for the push with fear. Against fear rather. 52 HP remaining. Vigur sadly misses the rail. Goes in for the armor pickup. Vigur now very low. Could probably even die from one rail. But no, it's Vigur taking the shot instead, before fearZZz could even have a chance at it. And he wins the first map. What a pretty even game. That was one hell of a start by fearZZz, going to 7-3, but then what a climb by Vigur, and what amazing control he kept up. So that was Sanctum. I didn't catch like which player picked that, but it could have really been either one. Sanctum is a map where you can have some chance to come back with a yellow armor and a mega right next to each other. Or even a mega and the blue armor on the opposite side of the map. But now we're going on Pavilion X. With Vigur leading in the map score. We are starting Pavilion X. On Vigur's perspective, it starts on the blue armor for the rocket launcher and red. Takes an implosion weeball. You need to master that implosion jump strategy pretty well with that. Does it on fears to very little effect. Rail will still deal damage. Fears has no armor left. Goes back to the second blue. Vigur going back to the red. Fears also now having mega health in control. Won't benefit much from it at the moment, and Vigur will indeed take it, but Fears also being very high on health. Oh, but in they meet. Round the corner, Fears comes in. His armor is obliterated. And the pincer will finish that off. Fears from around the teleporter comes in, surprises Vigur a little bit. Bit of armor lost, bit of health lost, but from both players. Fear is the one who's controlling the bit this time. Now, mega health will go to Vigur. Direct hit rocket on Fears on the red. Surely has to push Fears a little bit further back. He can't gain much from a mega health that hasn't spawned yet. Can gain a little bit from armor though, but Vigur still keeps on pushing the pressure. 3 seconds to red. Vigur goes to see, yep, there. Mega and red pretty much spawned the same time. Fears is, or Vigur is just trying to push, pushing some damage in there. Still hasn't picked up red. Picks up blue first, then goes for red. The jump pad below Fears is waiting. Didn't hit much of a rocket. Maybe a little bit of splash damage. Fears did not take any damage from Vigur either though. But on the teleporter exit, they both meet and deal quite a bit of damage. Fears having no armor left will go down to Vigur's shaft. 38 HP remaining on Vigur, however. Mega health is up! And he's super low, 4 HP. That is an amount that no armor can save. Fears. Oh, catching him with a bit of shotgun, but he still manages to get Fears down. 3-0 in score. Rockets. Yeah, he's already at the teleporter exit. Fears has to get out of there. Vigur controlling the red now. Even the blue, he doesn't really need the blue right now. Only to fall back for some damage repair. Unless it's Fears that's picking it up first. No, it's Mega for Vigur. 6 seconds to heavy. Oh, that amazing splash damage by Vigur's rocket, and that will be the 4th frag. Vigur is on a roll. I'm sorry, second blue should be up. In fact, both blues are up. That's something for Fear to fall back to if he takes some damage. Vigur has quite a bit of armor already. He's still going to take the second one, then take red. Just strategy. Fear surprises him around the corner, catches a bit of damage. Vigur also does the same. We'll catch a blue armor here. Uses the teleport, still catches a rail, second rail. Rockets will slightly damage him. He's cornered in the red area, and sadly he self-terminates. He gets fierce. It's an even frag. Didn't really change anything. Vigur still has control of Omega. Second blue coming up for him as well. Red. Now contested by fearZZz. Vigur trying to go for the pickup. fearZZz still not giving up on contesting it. Really wants some damage at the very least on Vigur while he picks it up, and he sure gets that. Just right after it was picked up. Nice rail on fearZZz. Rocket doesn't hit, second rail in a row. Third one will miss. fearZZz pretty much only got spawning stack out of that Mega. Back to the damage that Vigur did. Keeping on the control. Blue is apprehended by Vigur, so fearZZz will not pick it up. He is desperate for some armor anyway. 70 damage will put fearZZz down to, I have no idea how much HP that is. Now that's pretty much 100, but that was very low. Second rail would have eliminated him. Now fearZZz has Mega, has a bit of armor. Vigur still has a bit of a superior stack, especially with this red backed up. And secured. Second rail in a row by Vigur. It completely disintegrated his armor. Anticipates fearZZz would be coming through the teleporter. Grabs the blue. fearZZz is not coming through the teleporter. He's in fact going to control Mega, which is spawning rock at the same time as heavy, but red. But still, Vigur could be fast enough to catch fearZZz picking up that. So Vigur got now he's getting a bit of shaft damage. fearZZz only has a rocket launcher, which does quite a lot of damage to Vigur, but that will still be Vigur's 5th frag. Second blue picked up by a Vigur. With the red, fearZZz has to fall back. Doesn't want to be cornered with that amount of HP to the red, even if he would have picked it up. Doesn't want to risk any more frags to Vigur either. Could be less than 1.5 minutes or less if fearZZz doesn't get any frags at this moment. Now that rail down the red area. fearZZz dropping from above. Vigur suspecting he'd be waiting there. He's not taking the teleporter. fearZZz on the Mega side. It's another rail. Vigur going ahead and picking up the Mega. Now even heavy's up. fearZZz right above Vigur, bombarding him and cornering him into the red area. He has to come out of there sooner or later. fearZZz only having little armor. His armor is now rebuffed completely by that rail shot. fearZZz very, very low health. Vigur only low armor and 100 HP now. Falling back to a blue. 3 seconds until the next red. fearZZz is already going to be at it. He falls back. Vigur trying to do some ricochet shotgun shots. Does not even hit a rail on fearZZz picking up the Mega. Suspecting it beyond the blue. He is. His armor's out. But the blue is up again, so he replenishes that. But he lost all of the health that he got from the Mega. Now, that rail! Vigur again suspecting he might take the teleporter and spamming some rockets there. Now he does it! Oh, what timing by fearZZz! That's so unfortunate for Vigur. 9 HP remaining. keeping a very sharp lookout on Mega, but so that fearZZz doesn't get any more damage than Vigur really wants to have. But Mega still hasn't been picked up. Oh boy, that rocket. Now fearZZz certainly has to fall back for Mega. Now Vigur waited a long enough time, so Red would spawn and would push fearZZz back with that rocket to Mega. Golden frag for Vigur. This is going to be his moment. He's pushing in and he's won this match. An excellent game by Vigur. This time it was pretty... I'd say control was pretty even, but fearZZz gave out a few too many frags. And so Vigur had plenty of opportunities to get a superfluous lead. And even the victory of this match and this entire matchup. So now Vigur will go on to fight against Firebot in the loser bracket finals, or the so-called second semifinals. According to my schedule, that will be the next game that we'll be watching. So it will be Firebot versus Vigur out next. And we'll get that game ready. We'll be back in a few minutes. Until then.